report ne by jumedi e course p brofo na akanka se bi yesi bofo edu eno report ne by ndi etuemu ene ba bia report ne ko wie ene say
Manasseh enti munina munim se
Radio
campaign time no Mampenyi John Dramani Mahama on the Resetting Ghana manifesto no one of most popular offerings was oral policy no because baby I ever could be no obia say corruption na also institutions in United say corruption na also corruption perception index I can say Ghana yenya DNA your institutions in erode and so yeah we saw a lot of scandals under the new patriotic party or more government no for overnight or more than $1 billion. Yes, also who unprecedented levels of state capture, state lands, private individuals are purchasing for very low prices compared to commercial value of those same assets. And you know, yet now on a share no, not I was saying decided if we are going to halt the deteriorating state of state capture and corruption, or we are going to allow it to fester. Governments upon governments, promise you, say fight corruption, but the bring me actually commitment until His Excellency Ebeka said will start to actively operationalize policies like oral, so that we can retrieve ill-gotten, illegal or wrongfully acquired resources that belong to the state.
Yeah. Awapa anopen komono ehu hia na asa mete oni wachiri minim se phone da speak out na kemenya vibe ni here online.
For me line in yo.
Asa oni wachiri dodo.
Me take come. Hello, is it better?
Yeah.
Right. Now ka bibi ana mentua.
Obeto aso ama but now nene wo fom.
And see,
Radio XYZ.
President John Dramani Mahama, the commitment, no, or ye Magana for say, or no, or be putting policies in place to stop corruption and to try to reduce to a very reasonable extent state capture by public individuals. In the manifesto, no, so, Wakase under his watch. Public officials or government appointees will not be allowed to acquire state properties. That's one leg of the matter. And oral, if you illegally acquire something or wrongfully acquire state property, how do we retrieve it? OSHA Auditor General, every day, there are reports from the Public Accounts Committee that has come up. Almost say we should charge institutions that have caused, financial loss to the state. We also still have willfully causing financial loss to our book. And the report is just the beginning of the long process to reset Ghana and ensure corruption now attitude babyano. We will work to reduce that corruption substantially so that public officials do not think that they can just use their position to feed facts on our collective resources. We cannot provide basic amenities like water, electricity, access to proper education. Should there SC or Eastern region, two young children had to walk on a log across a river just to go to school and to go home from school. These are the things we must be recovering all ill-gotten wealth and investing in, as His Excellency John Mahama said yesterday.
Okay. Report no aba. Na so far report no kohene. Kwan be so ne ye fa asa na ma we nsa betumi aka.
Okay, Manasseh. Nti enra ye can say oral no na ye preparatory team to receive. Oral was a preparatory team to receive petitions from the general public and information from the general public. Oral, they have handed what they have gathered to the president. And now, president, handy over the report to the Attorney General. So this year, within this week, Attorney General see obe address press conference, obe kind report no, obe ma the general public understand what he is going to do. Hello.
Also,
So the Attorney General is going to communicate to the general public on the way forward and how he intends to proceed with the findings of the report. They will serve as a lead for them to begin to, put together dossiers and also decide how they are going to retrieve some of those assets or the matters that have criminal connotations, like if you have willfully caused financial loss to the state with regards to some projects or some deals you engaged in, you must be called to answer some questions.
Okay.
And see, within this week, you better in more clear terms what the Attorney General is going to do with the oral report findings.
Okay.
There is also a call for Operation Prevent All Loot. And His Excellency has consistently said it. So under his watch, members of his appointees will also be held to the strictest standards of public conduct. And you know, say, oh yeah, a member of the government, an appointee, a public official, a politically exposed person, you are not expected to engage in these same things, because of see his commitment is to reset Ghana so that we can build better institutions and use our resources more judiciously and more efficiently.
Okay. Now, meaning say the presidency well satisfied with the reporter or our presenting on sanity.
Yes.
Okay.
The president gave them a task. These committee members sat on their own. They received no remuneration at all for the work that they did. It was very voluntary. It was purely sacrificial. And yesterday, the president expressed his gratitude to the members of the committee chaired by the Honorable Sam Okujeto Ablakwa. And they themselves have also indicated that the greatest reward the president can give to them is to ensure that the result of the report is acted upon, so that the work that they have done will not be described as +90.
Okay.
So we thank all of them for their sacrifice, and this is the spirit we want to engender in Ghanaian citizens. People who have expertise, people who call for reforms, should not shy away from participating on platforms that will help, start those reforms.
Okay.
And since we are also operating an inclusive government, we'll share the profile of various committees now the president has set up: the National Education Dialogue Committee, the National Economic Dialogue Committee, the Constitution Review Committee. The profile of the individuals are not necessarily partisan, because when you want to build institutions, I will say inclusive. I will say we should bring expertise on board. People who have been critical of governance should also have a say in proposing the reforms and supervising implementation of those reforms.
Okay.
And the government, the report.
Okay. Now, and right, Yenya, where Minumi don't send Treduma patenty. Yenya Manasseh, Azure, Atro PCB. Now, the all can say, Orano, Yabe, Oka, from Operation Recover All Loot to Operation Clear All Loot. To the extent, say, Abain Baye, Wababa discontinued cases similar corruption grounds. Na ye 7 preduasa. Ye kwako brewa yenso ne yeso mpafin minim se wo de peace a Manasseh Azure de bae na
me sure say me nua Manasseh onu ankasa ati ase say, under no stretch of any imagination can we compare the actions Honorable Dominic Ayine, our Attorney General, has taken with regards to some specific political cases, on to mean compared to the 8 years rot of the NPP administration under the Nana Bawumia government that has seen the worst reports with regards to corruption, state capture, nepotism. Onua has had cause to write a book about the Ghana, the president Ghana never had in respect to the presidency of Nana Akufo-Addo. And to me, the America with his post is that maybe a cautionary note and also the government of NDC, the government of His Excellency, but on to me, it has become 1 month in office without any scandal on the side of this administration, but a review of the previous administration's actions. And this week, Attorney General is going to give a very comprehensive reasoning behind the discontinuance of those specific politically persecuted cases. Obia Eka say, sometimes the wheels of justice grind slowly. Case there, Untiminka say, 5 years, 8 years. Then him say litigation cases crash me 30 good years. But yes, on reasonable grounds, say they are politically persecuted cases. Because if you have an airtight case against a political opponent, it should not take you 8 years to secure a prosecution, especially when the same courts are favorable to you. Because I didn't even know why the judges now making attempt to offer any judgment. It will just be obvious what they are doing. And in the coming days, the Attorney General will present to the public the reasons why he's discontinuing those political cases that were clear cases of political persecution. Because even Omu government, Nyama Omu ye ka ayawaso West Wargon electoral violence, ye ka election violence na police for a known MPP assigned who have become bodyguards to known MPP, the MPP government officials. Omuku Ghana for 8 Ghanaians who lost their lives. Yeka MPP under whose watch Omu militant besieged a court premise and forcefully freed a suspect that was undergoing trial. Omu intimi anka Yeka MPP government under whose watch a minister of state was found to be holding over millions of dollars in cash in her home without any question, and they could not bring anybody under their watch with all their scandals. The 58 million cathedral scandal, Polugu scandal, all of them, all the litany of scandals, GVG, anybody accountable. But for all city allegedly meeting to discuss a response to the attack against NDC members during an electioneering period, so the inconsistency and the injustice with the application of the so-called law makes a strong case that these were political persecution with no merit. And the Attorney General should not waste resources that we don't have following political persecuted cases.
Anope yebeda se na baby a ora adwuma koduru se na aka yebetwa Attorney General nsem no de ode beba na chiri mu bia hwa yebesa ba yeda se pi why yeda